How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. While many of us would decide to take off work on our birthdays and do whatever we please, the same cannot be said about the greatest NBA players. Many of them use their birthdays as motivation to elevate their games and perform at an even higher level. With that said, here are 10 of the greatest birthday performances in NBA history. Number 10, Shaquille O'Neal, March 6, 2006, on his 34th birthday against the Charlotte Bobcats, finishing with 35 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shaq and the Heat got off to a slow start that season, but were able to finally put everything together for good playoff positioning. Miami played without D-Wade, who sat out with a sprained right wrist, and the team looked rusty at first against one of the worst teams in the league, trailed by as many as 15 points, but Shaq dominated down the stretch, hitting jump hooks, jamming multiple times around the basket. Miami forced the game into overtime. When Shaq knew his team was messing around the whole game, he told his teammates, "Just get me the ball," which O'Neal scored 8 points in OT, a clutch dunk with 42 seconds left. Miami's first lead since 2-0, the Heat would hang on to a 108-107 win. Number 9, Russell Westbrook, November 12, 2010, on his 22nd birthday, finished with 36 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Scored 11 of his 36 points in the fourth to help OKC overcome a 5-point deficit. In only his second season, Russ was one of the most promising young players, showing the ability to stuff the stat sheet. In the 2-point win over Portland, Westbrook became an all-star the season after. Number 8, Hakeem Olajuwon, January 21st, 1993, finished with 38 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 7 blocks against the Detroit Pistons. The Dream went on to average 26 points, 13 rebounds, over 4 block shots that season, won Defensive Player of the Year, and finished second in MVP voting, leading his Rockets to 55 wins. Number 7, Oscar Robertson, November 24th, 1963, on his 25th birthday, finished with 32 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. The Big O showed up against Bob Pettit and the St. Louis Hawks. Not only did he show his all-around dominance, it was also the first time in NBA history Robertson averaged a triple-double for the entire season, helped his Royals get the W. Number 6, LeBron James, December 30th, 2011, on his 27th birthday, finished with 34 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. Entering the very prime of his career, James went off in Minneapolis in a win over the Timberwolves in only his 4th game that season. Due to the late start from the lockout, James was coming off averaging 32.7 points his first 3 games and developed a low post game to his arsenal. In fact, after James's 27th birthday, it was one of the best days of his life. Afterwards, D-Wade hosted a party and LeBron got down on one knee and proposed to his high school sweetheart Savannah on New Year's Eve at the Shelbourne South Beach Hotel in Miami. D-Wade gave James the biggest assist outside of basketball, responsible for holding the $300,000 ring, handing it to LeBron before proposing, a moment LeBron, his family, close friends, and teammates will never forget. Number 5, Michael Jordan, February 17, 1992, on his 29th birthday, finished with 46 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists against Cleveland. Of course, we all expected the GOAT to be on this list. After hitting the incredible game-winning series clincher from 3 seasons back, MJ once again gave the Cavs a taste of their own medicine. He was virtually unstoppable that game. As the best scorer and player in the NBA, Jordan shot an incredible 21 of 32 from the field, over 65%. The reason why this performance wasn't ranked higher on this list, the Cavs escaped with a 1-point victory. After Scottie Pippen missed the game-winning jumper, Jordan however sought revenge in the playoffs like he always does, knocked off the same Cavs team in the conference finals in 6 games. Number 4, Dominique Wilkins, January 12, 1987, on his 27th birthday, finished with 53 points, 6 rebounds on 76% shooting in an easy win over the Clippers. It was the second highest individual birthday scoring game all time, going 19 of 25 from the field, 76%. Wilkins averaged 29 a game for the season. No one else from that game scored more than 18 points. While Doc Rivers finished with 12 points, 10 assists that game, who was Wilkins' former teammate, was the starting point guard for Atlanta that game. Number 3, Anthony Davis, March 11, 2017, on his 24th birthday, finished with 46 points, 21 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 4 of 5 from 3 against the Hornets. One of AD's most memorable games as a Pelican. At the time, DeMarcus Cousins was the most recent addition to the roster, played only 25 minutes, but Davis was in a tight battle against Charlotte all game, dominated down the stretch, scored 24 of his 46 points in the fourth quarter and overtime combined, including knocking down some clutch threes late in the fourth. led New Orleans to a 125-122 win. One of the few positives for his team that season, finished with a losing record 34-48 overall. Number 2, once again, LeBron James, December 30th, 2009, on his 25th birthday, posted a monster stat line of 48 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks over Atlanta after coming off winning Player of the Week for the Eastern Conference. Flash forward to almost 10 years ago, LeBron was a great leader, smiling, laughing, and enjoying life with his teammates, acting silly, and having a great time, taking group pictures before the game, things you don't see with his current Laker teammates. James was a force to be reckoned with. Shot and efficient, 15 of 23 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, and 14 of 16 from the line. Continued to abuse and punish the Hawks, the team he dominated and swept the previous playoffs in the second round. James was scoring from all over the court, whether it was hitting jumpers or cutting to the basket. He was also making plays on the defensive end. Atlanta had the lead for most of the game, but James wasn't gonna let his team lose on his special night. The unsung hero, Anderson Varejao, drained a clutch three-pointer with 17.2 seconds left, giving the Cavs a 104-101 lead. James and his team came away with a 106-101 victory. Number 1, Shaquille O'Neal, March 6, 2000, scored a career-high 61 points to go along with 23 rebounds, 7 offensive boards against the Clippers on his 28th birthday, a performance he will always remember, where O'Neal was at the very prime of his career as the most dominant force of his generation. Originally, Shaq was planning for his birthday party after the game, was gonna let his teammates Rick Fox and Kobe take over so he can sit back, was purposely gonna foul shave, meaning he would get in the game and pick up early fouls so he can relax on the bench, saving all the energy for his party. Shaq was tired before the game started since he didn't take a nap, was constantly calling people to make sure his party plans were perfect, but set the tone early in the game. Consider being a road game with the Clippers playing at home. Shaq made sure everyone knew it was his house with many cheers, angry and motivated by the fact that the Clippers hassled him over tickets. Shaq asked the ticket people he needed 10 extra tickets and was shocked they asked him for his credit card and charged him, so he took his anger out on the court. His previous career high was 54 points with Orlando and 94, so the big fella knew it was gonna be a career night for him. 124 of 35 from the field, including 11 dunks, had all the Clippers big get in all kinds of foul trouble, demolished Michael Olamicandy, Maurice Taylor, and Lamar Odom, who all had 5 fouls, while Pete Chilcutt was forced to guard Shaq, was too small, and totally got abused, fouling out in less than 20 minutes. The performance gave Shaq and the Lakers their 16th straight victory, matching their longest win streak of the season. Kobe finished with 22 points and 5 assists. O'Neal played 45 minutes. Fans heavily chanted MVP. The Big Diesel would go on to win his first and only MVP 2 months later. After having one of the most dominating seasons the game has ever seen, O'Neal was a man amongst boys. His Lakers won 123-103, by far the best birthday performance in NBA history, which will be hard to top. My most honorable mention, Steve Nash on his 40th birthday on February 7, 2014, scored a season-high 19 points, had 5 assists and 4 rebounds against the Sixers, giving us one last glimpse of his greatness before retiring, had a filthy crossover and blew by Evan Turner. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.